Nginibingelela nonke emakhaya ligama ngimqinisile Mhlongo on Women to Women Conversation on Mpumalanga Broadcasting TV station. Today ngihleti naye Santel utodisho ukuthi ungubani futhi wendani njengoba sathi ukuthi inyanga yabo bomake. Good afternoon, Santel. How are you?
Good afternoon.
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. How are you doing today?
Perfect. It's wonderfully hot outside in Mpumalanga, so good.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, as do you. Stunning open face.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the compliment. Can you kindly tell our audience who are you and what do you do?
Thank you. Firstly, thank you for the opportunity. I am Santel Wilhelmina van Zyl. I come from Rustenburg in the Northwest, where I studied, and I went to school. And after Northwest, I decided at 18, I'm going to go to Johannesburg, where there's lights and bright things and music. And I took my suitcase and my blankie and my teddy bear, and I moved to Johannesburg.
Okay.
And I went to look for a job and started working. Unfortunately, the background that I was from, there wasn't enough funds for me to go and study.
Okay.
And then I had 18 years in Gauteng, where I worked in different corporate companies, being a branch manager, contract manager, general manager, regional manager, and then from there I decided...
You've been a busy woman.
Yes. I think God has blessed me with a lot of energy.
Okay, so I can tell.
Thank you. I do, I've done a lot of things where I think I feel more than what I think. So when God says, I think you need to go there, then I go, okay, let's go, without thinking about the consequences. And that's how I went to Joburg. And then 7 years ago, I decided it's time for a change. And God led me to Mpumalanga. I still don't know how I got to Mpumalanga. But my path came here, and that was 7 years ago.
Tell me, what are you currently doing now as you have 7 years in Mpumalanga?
Currently, I'm development manager for Assupol. We do corporate development for corporate sites for Assupol, for Mpumalanga and Limpopo.
Okay.
So I travel quite a bit between the Assupol branches, look for corporate companies where we can do upliftment and share knowledge and financial freedom and ideas to the staff of these corporate companies. I am also part of Mercy Rewrote Our Lives, which is a non-profit cancer organization, and do a lot of things that wherever you can go to do it, to make a difference.
So since you're a woman, since you're in a leading position, what are the challenges that you come across? Because I know it's not easy. What are the challenges that you come across, and how do you cope around those challenges?
I think one of the biggest challenges is that as a woman, we come from a history where women are not taken serious. And luckily, it's started to change. A lot of things have started to change. There's women in leadership positions. I believe that there's not enough women in leadership positions yet, but it's changing for the better. So one of the biggest challenges is to be taken serious as a lady in a corporate environment. And also, if you come from a very conservative background, to put yourself out there and to create your own brand. And to stand firm for what you believe in, and to stand up for what you believe in. I feel this in a corporate environment is always a little bit challenging.
Since you've been in an insurance environment for quite like more than 10 years. Yeah. So as a lady, did you see yourself pushing to that direction, or you were forced to take that direction? Because most of the work that we do normally these days are simple work, but this one is challenging the brain. How did you go about that?
I think, that, like I said, for me, coming to Mpumalanga was obviously from God, because I was still in a corporate environment and I just started my own company in Joburg, and I wanted to make a change. And I got a phone call from a gentleman from an insurance company in Mpumalanga, and he said, come talk to me. I said, no, I'm not a policy pusher. I'm not interested. And he phoned me back again and he said to me, what is it that you want to do? I see something in you. What do you want to do? And I said, I want to change people's lives.
Okay.
I want to help people that they can be financially secure when something happens to them in their lives. Because my mom had cancer, and at the time that she had cancer, she didn't have any cover. So there was no payout for her to do the medical expenses and stuff. So I said, okay, I'll come and listen. And I got in the car, I came to Mpumalanga, and we had a conversation. And I started working in the financial industry. And he said to me, you can, if you do this correctly, change people's life on a daily basis.
Wow.
And you do. Wow. Even if it's just letting somebody think about the future and plan, you do change somebody's life.
Wow. Yo, I'm quite impressed that it's possible if you put your mind into it and be a risk taker towards anything that comes as an opportunity to you. So, Mami, what can you tell women out there, because we are women, we're celebrating women across South Africa? What are the things that you can tell women out there to stand up and work on themselves? What are the things, what sort of motivation that you can go about?
I think the most important thing for a woman to remember is that God created us to be powerful and to be beautiful. He made the beauty in us, but He also made us strong. He made us incredibly strong. We give birth, we work, we do everything. So if you as a woman remember that and you be authentically you, nobody can be a better person, be you, better than you. I can't be you. You can't be me. So it's difficult to, and it's challenging to compare yourself to other people.
Yes.
If you know who you are and you know who's inside you and you stay true to that person, be authentically you, then you'll go far. From a finance point of view, it's important that the ladies start looking after themselves.
Okay.
It's incredibly important, and then I get excited when it comes to that.
I can tell. Yes, ma'am.
For me, ladies need to do a lot of things to make sure that they are safe. And it's not, we're not taking men away from their positions. Man has a position, woman has a position, and we have to stay in our positions. However, it is very important for ladies to be strong in that position. You can't just rely on somebody to look after you the whole time. So I live by a set of rules, and I would really like to share at least 3 of them with the ladies.
Please do.
I think it's important for a lady, and I hope you do the same, that you have your own bank account and that you know what money goes into your bank account on a monthly basis. Know your figures. Know what money comes in, what money goes out, what do you spend it on. Make sure that you're in control of that. Because if you're not in control of your money is in control of you. So
powerful,
that's
powerful point there.
Thank you. And then the other thing is have a flip-it fund, what I call a flip-it fund. It's an emergency fund where you keep money for 3 to 6 months. If something happens like the pandemic, then you have somewhere to go to. You don't have to borrow from somebody. You don't have to. A lot of people sell their souls. And it's unnecessary if you have that and you put that together in the beginning.
It's actually planning your life as well, because if you're not disciplined when it comes to your finances, then you'll be miserable not knowing what you did with your money. So it's quite advisable that we also have that account that you put aside.
Absolutely.
So that you can manage for future challenges that we come across, because in life we never know what's going to happen. So Mami Santel, tell me, since we are faced with gender-based violence in South Africa, what's your take? What have you been doing around those? Since you said you love impacting lives, you like helping women, what's your take about this whole thing that has been happening?
I think that the saddest thing for me is that it is happening. But the reality is that it's always been happening.
Yeah.
It's been covered up, and it's been happening in all communities, and it's been happening in all avenues of life. People just used to hide it. And as a woman, if you stand up and you say what is going on, you will not stand alone. We've had instances where ladies stand up and say, this is what's happening. And then the people that they stand up to don't believe them. But don't get discouraged. Get up again. Stand up again. The right people will hear, and the right people will help you. And if you can't get to the right people, contact the station. I will help. Or I will put you in contact with a lady. But don't take it. Stand up. Speak up about it. We've already moved so much further from where we used to be.
Yes, true.
But I think if a man was raised correctly,
yes,
he would not do that.
That's where it's all started. Because we can jump into conclusion and apportion blames to certain kind of gender, but at the same time, we are women that raise these kids, raise these men. So at the same time, we have to look at the roots of it all so that we can tackle whatever is happening. So basically, it comes back to us as women.
And it's frightening because it's not just women. There's men being abused by women.
True.
And we need to start standing up and saying, this is what I stand for, this is what I believe in. So if this is happening in my community, I will not allow it. I will take those people and educate those people and protect those people. I'm very passionate about human beings in general, whether it's women or men, but obviously I have a fondness for ladies because I am a lady. And then if we can put so much effort into protecting animals, because I'm a massive animal lover as well, we should protect our sisters and brothers, because we're all the same inside. We have the same blood color, we have the same father, so we should stand together in a community and saying, you are my sister, you are my brother, I will not allow you to do this to my family. So yeah, if there's anything I can say to the ladies out there, if it is unfortunately happening to you, stand up. Somebody will hear you. Don't keep quiet.
So basically, Mama Santel is saying to us all that we have to take responsibility. Both men and women are in this together so that we can fight against gender-based violence. In short, Mama, what can you say to women? There are many women in closed doors. Some are afraid to come out. Some are afraid to take challenges. Some are afraid to do something. They're sitting back, praying that God will answer them. What can you tell them at home? That what can you do? Stand up as a woman, or what can you do so that they can also develop further in their lives?
I think the most important thing is do not keep quiet, because if you speak out, somebody will hear, even if they don't hear you. Just keep on speaking out, and don't accept your situation. Everybody is in a situation currently, but everything comes down to choices. Even if you are beaten or battered at home, somebody will help. If you continue speaking out, we can get rid of this. And I think it's an infection in our country, not just in our country, but in the world. Currently, 7 women are murdered in South Africa on a daily basis. That's unacceptable. And if we can, as a nation, men and women, stand together and say, I will not allow you to do that, and root that out, our community will change. If we take that out, we educate people and we uplift people together. And as ladies, we don't pull each other down, we push each other up.
Yes.
We can work, can definitely work.
Before I let you go, can you please tell our audience how to join Assupol? Since I heard that you're busy with Assupol, how can they find more information? Where can they go about?
Wonderful, thank you. Assupol is on the website. You can go to www.assupol.co.za. You can go to any of our Assupol branches. There's an Assupol branch in every town. If you need more contact information, you can contact the station. They will share my number with you and my personal email address. But please do reach out. Assupol is doing wonderful things for the community and for people at large.
Thank you so much for coming in through today, and I believe the information that you shared with us today to be impactful in our lives, and I believe henceforth people will start calling and finding more interest in joining and growing themselves. Thank you so much for coming in through.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much kubo bonke labasibukele kuyo Impumalanga Broadcasting TV station. Mina Qinisile Mhlongo, ndobana nani next episode. May God bless you.